Really still moving here. Got up almost to 978, 968. Can be a pretty wild ride in those options.
Curious Alfie? Oh, look at this. Well, that's good. Schmuck. Who gets the schmuck's name?
NBO with a pretty big bounce. That was one I already pointed out. He took that trade along on this bounce with a. He was using I forget what he was using, NVOX maybe. Yeah, NVOX. Moved up nicely. It was a good trade, Ari. It's hard juggling LLYX and NVOX simultaneously. Yeah, I would think so. Ooh, thank you.
It was partially opened. Opened it and put it back. I just hate it.
Wait a second. I had to get to my mics. I don't know who put it back. But I'll eat it. But I'll eat it.
I ate about half of it. Gotta make sure it's safe.
Restoration Hardware not doing much here. And my mic off, didn't even know it. Restoration Hardware just drifting. Again, pattern day trading ruling is Roger's pointing out. Tentative approval April 14th, 2 weeks. May take 30 to 45 days to filter down to all brokers. Traders can be made aware and pester their brokers April 14th and onwards until the PDT is no longer. Handcuffing traders with 3-day trade week rule. Again, it's going to drop the margin down from about 25,000 to about 2,500. This is a pretty big deal. Hey, Nissy, you think you picked wrong with Marvel today? I had 2 good trades in Marvel this morning. I had two MCAT trades in Marvel. Caught it when it was strong this morning. It had a lot of high volume candles. This is where I traded it right here. Traded it in once and I traded it again and get out. And right now it's just moving sideways. I mean, you got to catch these MCAT trades. Momentum and volume. Here's your volume and your momentum. You can't stay in them through there. Hey, Michael. J&J pick, yeah, it worked pretty nicely. Took profits at 242.50. April 10th calls today. Nice. Held it as a call deficit spread initially, but brought back the short leg. Yeah, good job. Very nice job, Michael. Excellent job. Your CDS at Johnson & Johnson was a very nice one. Very nice one. Yeah, I traded Marvel today as an MCAT trade. I traded Oxy today as an MCAT trade. I did scalp Lilly, but I didn't mention that because it was I was scalping the bid-ask spread on this big move up because the spreads were very, very wide. I was able to make about $100 a contract on it.
GM General Motors Q1 U.S. total deliveries at 626,429 units.
Bill is still going up. About 12:05 right now. Restoration, however, really not doing much of anything. Just flat as a pancake here. And VOX that Ari was in, pulled back a little bit. Although Lily's still moving up pretty nicely. Very expensive options. APP, this is the one that Joe scalped. Again, we're out of J&J. That was a nice exit for us. Also, Marvel pulled back quite a bit. from the high. No, not much here, and no much volume going on right now. Still showing up as a cascading up, but no volume. See a disc as well. Volume back to just normal volume. Thanks, Ari. You're out of NVOX and still in LLYX, okay? LLYX still moving up with Lily. Lily's next resistance level I can see is 990.10. 990.10. LLYX went through the 200-day moving average. Got your next resistance on LLYX, $20.04. Joe, WDC scalp 220. Good job. WDC app. You scalping flies on those, Joe? I'm not sure how you're doing it. 220% sounds like a fly. And a Lily as well. Okay, Ari, thank you. Yeah, I see why. Sat's still moving up here. Sat's moving up to 124.61. Joe trying to make a buck. Scalping the flies. Yeah, about 12:09 here. Look around, see if I can see any other stocks to trade. Switch over here. Oil's still bearish here. CVX coming in. Very flat though. Restoration Hardware is starting to pull down a little bit now. Again, I'm still short Restoration Hardware. Little flushing sale candle there with some volume in it. Still under water, I think, on this, yeah. Yeah, trading at I paid 320, trading at 290 right now. So need to have this thing flushed down.
Remember, see a little volume in the calls, a little downtick in markets. Some commentary out by White House officials say Trump expected to reiterate on tonight's address a 2-3-week timetable for ending operations in Iran.
Team is bouncing off the lows here. Team is bouncing off the lows. Market pulling back just a bit here. SPY's team is bouncing here. Restoration Hardware pulled down. Still continuing down. Getting some more volume in it, which is a good thing to the downside. Not finding anything to trade here right now. Nike still breaking down here, very slowly though. Kind of like Restoration Highway, going down but not very fast. Nike right here was very compressed after this move down this morning. This is the earnings and move down. So it's still drifting down. Drifting is kind of a key word here. I can shut my mic off for a minute. Everybody knew what's going on. Still got quite a bit of noise in the house, but it's probably not doing much of anything here. A little tiny little pullback, just moving sideways now. Again, still in restoration hardware, which pulled down some, but trying to bounce back. We have a little bit. Play looks good already. Too much of a move. Pretty big move this day, 23%. It's going to be a little extended on the daily chart. Grinding up pretty nicely. Not a huge moving stock. Big move today. I'm going to shut down the mic for a couple more minutes so this wraps up. Hey Michael, you traded HIMS this morning, earlier today on the Versala stayed weak versus a SPY, so it was okay to write it down carefully. Traded 21 puts, in 73 out at 95, okay. That was on HIMS. Yeah, it was a good start. This look right here. Popped up here and then came down hard. Again, it was green for a bit here. That's a nice move there, right down. And again, nice move down here. Good point. Is trying to hold here. Yeah, that's a nice trade. in for 73, out for 95. That's 22 cents on 73. Yeah, 30%. That's nice. Very nice. Good trading, Michael. Very good trading. Again, if you didn't hear, I don't know if I hit the, if I had YouTube up when this was made, the announcement came out. The SEC is going to, the 14th is supposed to be the official date for changing the PDT rules, pattern day trader rules, down to $2,500 from $25,000. It may take a while to get the brokers to get set up and to get that going, but you can call your broker right after the 14th. If you have a smaller account, less than $25,000, and you want an intraday trade, you're going to be able to. And this is a big deal. I've been talking about this for a good long time. That's why I actually created this WinCat trade. And November 14th apparently is the day that this is going to become available. And it's going to make a big difference. There's going to be a lot more traders in there that don't have any idea what they're doing, trading intraday trades, which can do nothing but help us. Restoration, not doing much here, it's kind of moving sideways. Market not doing an awful lot either. Alright, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be back in a couple minutes. back here about 12:35 or 12:35. Take lunch pretty soon. Sacklin, can't wait for the PDT removal. Felt like I've been trading while watching my back. Yeah, it's tough. I know, trading small accounts is really hard, especially if you're trying to do intraday trading. It's going to make a big difference. Anybody who wants to trade those cat trades now and SPY super system trades, intraday basis is going to be able to, which is very helpful because the market, swing trading market, has been very, very difficult. So watching Restoration Hardware, just kind of riding right along the 8. Hasn't really made a big move to the downside. Had one yellow candle in there, significant size, but Lily kind of topping out now. We've been here a pretty decent setup today. Oops. But just again compressing along with the market right now. Getting close to lunchtime as the market just kind of moves sideways now. Restoration Hardware just moving sideways, staying right about the 15 here right now, but not much of a move here at all. After this nice move, gap down this morning, had a pretty decent move down here, and now it's just kind of moving sideways. Well, almost quarter of 1 here. I'm gonna get some lunch here in just a minute. About 5 minutes, I'll get some lunch. We'll shut down the YouTube feed then. Thanks for everybody at YouTube for coming on today. Again, we've had a fairly since I started the YouTube feed. Market's been pretty flat since about 11:30. It's been pretty flat, moving up a little bit, but a lot of compression in the market. Nvidia having a pretty good day today, trying to bounce back up here a little bit, get down below the. That's not Nvidia. Let's try Nvidia right here, pulling back down a little bit, but it's having a pretty nice day. Lilly, of course, with a big announcement today that Ari pointed out, ripped up here this morning on that weight loss jab, which knocked NVO down at the same time, as you see right there. Lilly went up, NVO went down, but NVO recovered beautifully right there. And again, I'm short restoration right now. Just moving up. I don't like the pattern here, but I'm going to hold on to it and see if we get a flush down. I traded Oxy short today for a nice UMCAT trade. I traded Marvel long twice today for a nice UMCAT trades. Two nice UMCAT trades here this morning. And that just kind of moving sideways here now. Well, you take advantage of these UMCAT trades when they occur. You're getting stacked, a lot of buying coming in, and then it just pretty much just dried up. What else did I scalped Lilly, bid-ask spread basically. I made money on Lilly on a bid-ask spread on this big move up here. Anything else? No, we took profits in J&J this morning. took a nice dollar contract profit in J&J this morning. It's pulled down since then. And I did sell EARS this morning. I have stock in that. Sold that. I sold it for $16.38. And took a small profit in the SPY Strangle that we had overnight. Not a big profit. I'm $5.72. I'll get in at. So I made about $35 a contract profit on it. I didn't have a big position in that one. I had a much bigger position yesterday. Emma, can I share details about the Strangle I took overnight in the SPY? Well, I mean, it really isn't much to say. If you look at the daily chart of the SPY, all I was doing was playing that maybe there'd be a bounce or a pull down. I was looking for a gap. And I did get a gap up this morning. I took it off right near the open. It would have been up more now if I stayed in it, but I didn't want to risk having to go back down and fill in the gap. But all I'm doing is trading stuff. When I trade the SPY, it's just off of an anticipated gap. And the reason I'm anticipating gaps right now is because news. Something comes out after hours relative to the war in Iran or the oil prices, then the market can react pretty violently. They're not as violent as they were when this first started, but one thing to remember about any kind of news that you get on a particular subject, the first few times it comes out, it really has a big impact on the market, like when tariffs first started, and when they were talking about cutting rates, that caused a big move way back in 2008 or so. I think when Greece was having financial difficulty and there was a likelihood that they might go bankrupt. When the news first came out, the market was just really reacting violently to it. But as time goes by and those same kind of stories come out, the reaction becomes less and less significant. So that's why I'm probably going to back off on some of these strangles for a bit. I may keep a small position on occasionally, but that's what I'm basing it on. It's different for stocks. Stocks I'm looking for stocks that have all of a sudden an increased volatility, big moves, big volume coming in, big moves coming in, a news event, something like that. I hope that helps, Michael. Video pulling down here. All right, see if we get any questions. I'm going to go ahead and take some lunch. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the YouTube now. Thanks very much, Michael. Appreciate it. I say nice to see you here today. Thanks, everybody. Again, you all know you can go to rightlinetrading.com if you'd like to get into the room. It'll be very interesting here with this PDT rule changing. It's coming down to about $2,500 per account, which you'll be able to make intraday trades. We do a lot of intraday trading right now because the market is not conducive to swing trades. So if you're thinking of becoming a member, this will become a good time here, because the rules in PDT are going to change in about 2 weeks, is what they're saying now, April 14th. So we'll be able to do UMCAT trades, SPY Super System trades. We'll be able to trade in the room and see them, and get to see all the videos on them and see how we trade them. So if you have a small account, being able to trade intraday trade off of it is going to be a big help. So again, rightlinetrading.com. You can buy the software, of course, and then you can look at take advantage of getting into the room or the alert service. And if you have a question, you can call Rory after you go to rightlinetrading.com, or just call Rory at the 786-732-4656, and he can answer all your questions on the subscriptions. All right, everybody, have a great afternoon. Trade well. Thank you very much. We'll see you back here tomorrow about 11:30.